We're here at Aircraft Interiors Expo 2019, and APEX Media is at the booth of Molon Labe, a seat manufacturer, new up-and-coming seat manufacturer in the industry, one that's got some really innovative solutions in terms of providing the passengers with more space. I'm here with the CEO, Hank. Thanks for having us, Hank.
No worries.
All right, what's going on where's the business at today, basically, with the seats?
Literally as of last week, we've completed all FAA crash testing. So we're just waiting on the FAA now to give us the paperwork to have our launch seat officially certified. We've also been working throughout the year at just simple things, durability, weight. This seat here is now officially under 9 kilograms per passenger, 8.9 kilograms per passenger. And we do have a launch customer. So that's good news.
Who we were going to talk about.
We were going to. And they requested very politely that they get to announce it on the media, on television, basically.
Okay.
So they're making a big deal about it. For them, it's really important. They're doing an entire rebranding of the entire airline itself, and our seats are a big part of it. So we've been working with them for several months now on refining things they like real simple things like, okay, let's make this portion of the armrest longer. Mm-hmm. We did a comfort clinic with them to pick the most comfortable seat. We had a young fellow whose butt had to sit in the seat 100 times with different cushions, and in fact that cushion over there is the cushion they chose, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the actual seat itself, and where did the idea come from to sort of put the middle seat a bit lower and back to provide more space?
Yeah, it's an unusual story because the original idea, I was traveling a lot as an engineer for Sikorsky helicopters, and I had a background in flight test and cockpit design, and I wanted to get off planes faster, and I figured the fastest way to get off a plane would be to make the aisle wider.
Yeah.
It was a frustrating thing standing in the aisle, and so we developed the side slip seat, which allows the aisle seat to slide over the top of the middle seat. Now, a byproduct of that was we had to have a staggered layout in order for this seat to slide.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, after promoting that seat, we did all the crash testing. We're pretty happy with it. It's still for sale and on display just down the road. We realized that a lot of airlines are nervous about passengers moving something.
Yeah.
If it moves, it can break.
Mm-hmm.
So we made the decision as a company, let's not sell that as the primary product. Let's sell this version. So it's got the same staggered layout.
Yep.
They look exactly the same in flight. We call this the S1, and basically we just stop the sliding mechanism. The long-term plan would be to sell this. Once the airline's comfortable that we're supporting them, then we upsell the side slip seat for an airline that wants to have faster turnarounds, give a bit more space to their passengers. But it was weird because we developed the side slip seat with the staggered layout, and every time someone sat in the seat, they realized that the advantage is, well, the primary advantage we thought was the wider aisle, but it turns out the primary advantage was more space. Mm-hmm. And because we can move this seat back behind, we can then expand this seat back. And if you look at, most people are actually widest at the shoulders. Yeah. And so this is a standard 18.1 inch wide seat that you would find in any Airbus 320, as is this. They didn't get any smaller, but this seat actually grew. If you measure just the width of the seat, 3 inches wider, if you actually go from edge to edge, 5 inches wider in the shoulders.
Wow,
yeah.
That's a lot of extra space.
Yeah, it's. I think maybe people will want the middle seat now.
All right.
We're hoping they will.
And then we were just talking a little bit about some of the challenges of being a new supplier in the industry as you're ramping up. Obviously, the seat has generated a lot of interest, but that comes with its own set of problems, doesn't it?
Yeah, first of all, credibility. We can earn credibility over the course of many years, or we can partner with people who have credibility. So our manufacturing partner is Primus Aerospace. They've been building seat components for 30 years. So we teamed up with them. When it came time to testing, as much as our team is experienced in testing, we knew that there was a better way to go, and so we teamed up with NIAD, National Institute of Aviation Research. They do a lot of testing, and they do a lot of digital analysis too. And so we attempted to improve our credibility by partnering with people who really could advise us and help us, and it's worked out great. It allows an airline to come up to us and say, when can you make this? Primus's supply chain, 70% of the seat is the machined parts of the seat are built in the factory where it's assembled.
Okay.
So when it comes to testing, if a customer says, I want different size cushions, we can run a 14G downward test digitally in a week, and then we can be actually doing the test to back it up in the same period of time as anyone else, but with a lot higher confidence. So being little, allows us to be nimble, but it's a pain in the butt because I don't have 50 people I can just say go and do this or go and do this. We have to be careful with our resources. Yeah.
Well, good luck with the ramp up. I hope it all goes well rolling out on your new airline customer, and we'll look forward to learning who that is soon.
In the next couple of months, I'm sure we'll actually be on television, and we're going to call you guys as soon as it happens because we want APEX to be telling the world.
Super. All right. Well, have a great show. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.